Hate my shorts.
What is it?
Welcome to the Dave Lee Down Under podcast. I'm, of course, your host, Dave Lee. And welcome to episode 40. Woo! Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. We've made it.
And they said it'd never last.
Oh, they told us. They said you would never last. You'll be can't cut it out. They said we would be cancelled after like episode 2. But we're still here.
Only one that can cancel it's you.
Oh, true.
Or they can kick you off the streaming platforms.
They could do that. But we're still here, and we're still going. Thank you so much for joining us for 40 episodes, or if you're brand new to the show. I know we got a whole bunch of brand new listeners a couple of weeks ago.
Awesome.
After my appearance on the Daily Planet. Fantastic podcast. I was over there, and heaps of people flooded over, which is great. So thank you for joining us, and welcome. Of course, you can join me every single Monday on the podcast. It goes out on all major podcasting platforms. That includes Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, and Audible. The visual element is available on YouTube as well. So if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you for still watching. It's on there. It's on YouTube. If you want the visual element a little bit earlier, though, you're going to head over to Patreon and sign up and get 2-day early access. You get it on the Saturday instead of the Monday. How good's that? You can go over to patreon.com/Dave Lee Down Under, and you can sign up for as little as $1 a month.
Cheap ass.
It's very cheap.
Cheap.
It's so cheap. It's so cheap. Just sign up and you'll get it. Of course, the video podcasts are now on a new YouTube channel, the Dave Lee Down Under podcast channel. So if you're watching it, you're there. Hit that sub button down below. If you're not watching it, head on over there. Just hit the sub. Just hit that button. We need it. We need the subs. We need the views.
Need the hours up.
Get it up.
Got to get the subs up.
Nearly there.
Subs up to 1,000.
I think we're like 50-50 on both at the moment. So we got
to 40 episodes. It's going to take another 60 to get.
Well, we only started a new channel at like episode 33 or something.
No, it was earlier than that.
Nah. Hasn't been that long.
The new channel?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it's been longer than that.
Nah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not 40 episodes. It's not 40 episodes. So you get on over there and view them all. Because the views on the old episodes that are on the original channel won't count.
No, that's right.
So you just get on, watch the new apps, listen away.
And we're not going to tell you to just watch whatever segment you want and leave it running.
Don't do it.
We're not allowed to do that.
Can't do it. Anyway, you can find me on YouTube at Dave Lee Down Under, over on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. Links in the description of every single podcast, no matter what platform you're listening on. If you want to write into the show, you can shoot an email to daveleepod@gmail.com. If you listen on the podcast platforms, we love reviews.
Love them, but only good ones.
We love them. We love good ones.
Hate shit ones.
We hate the
bad
shit.
ones.
We hate them.
They're not good.
Get out of here with that.
I get a complex when they send in the bad one.
I know. I hate it. I cry for days.
I don't do that. I just hit the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Then I have a drink.
Yeah. Fair enough. Oh dear.
Drown my sorrows.
Yeah. Hey, you can't overdo it.
Never do.
Just one
Bottle or two.
Yeah. Drink responsibly.
Yes.
We did get a good review this week, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. Top quality Aussie entertainment, they say. This is from Brenny.
Brenny. Who's Brenny?
Don't know.
Oh, okay.
Brenny from Australia.
Like you knew.
No, it just says Brenny. Brenny from Australia. Dave's podcast is great. It's informative and entertaining. His show has a fantastic Aussie feel without the cliche bogan pride. So that's a definite win.
As if they only knew.
Yeah.
But we'll leave that right there.
But it's added. It's not in the podcast.
No, that's
bogan
right.
pride's not in the podcast.
Nope.
I just have to.
We've all got a bit of bogan in us.
Just got to rein you in a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you are out there listening internationally, bogan is, I guess, a term of endearment for someone who's a little bit
rough around the edges.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. who grew up in sort of a working class.
Yeah.
Working class sort of environment.
There you go.
And they've got a few criminals in the family. And stuff like that.
Well, we have all descended from convicts over here in this country.
Hey, you're not all of us.
Yeah.
Well, we're not convict stock.
Oh no, we're not first
No, we're
gen Australian. Our family came a bit later, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's right. Ours come out as dignitaries.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so we're lords. We should try and figure out how to get the lord title
The lord
back.
title back, yeah.
I'm sure we've probably got some land somewhere we can claim as well.
Ooh, that'd
Some
be nice.
a little square footage or something out there in Scotland.
Just shovel full of dirt or something.
Yeah, that'd be all right. We should figure it out.
We'll work that out.
Hey, so this is episode 40. Happy episode 40.
Woohoo! Big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, there's lots to celebrate this week.
Because that's like...
Because Dave turns 30 in a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the next week sometime.
Yeah.
Won't say what day, but
No.
it's coming up.
It's coming up.
Have a bit of a little bit of a get-together tomorrow night and celebrate.
Yeah, be fun.
Makes me feel old, though.
Yeah, well, it makes me feel old. Well...
My God.
Um,
It was only yesterday that you were reliant on your parents to wipe your bum and
yeah, that was
all
just
that
yesterday.
sort of stuff. Well, yeah, well, we won't say anything about that.
No, long time ago, I was a little baby,
Oh, yeah.
little meat blob.
Wouldn't go near that,
No.
that's for sure. Particularly want to see the shit you eat.
Oh, God. Hey, a bit of celebrating for you as well this week. Your new television came.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
That's nice, too.
it's good.
Really nice. Really enjoy
Yeah.
it. Because the one I had was not 4K.
No, it was an old one.
And it did us a favour by blowing up, to be honest.
Yeah. If you didn't listen last week, the tally quite literally blew up.
It literally blew
Well,
up.
it didn't like combust into flames or anything, but there's a big bang.
No, I was just pottering around the house and had it on in the background for a bit of company, and it just went poof,
Yeah,
and all the power went out.
yeah. So quite literally did blow up internally.
And then I went outside and switched the thing back on, and
Yeah.
Dave was inside, and it went poof again.
Yeah, so we lost it, so we had to get a new
Yeah.
one, and it's finally arrived, which is
Very
which
nice.
is always
A
fun.
nice Sony 4K.
Yeah.
panel.
So do we get the celebrations out of the way? What are we going to do with the Should
Oh,
we?
we'll do just when we do it get to the updates and stuff.
Okay.
We'll do
You run the celebrations.
Yeah, all right, I'll do that.
Okay, you can do that. You're the master of ceremonies.
Oh God, can't even be master of my own life, let alone master of ceremonies.
Well, that's your title for today. So, talking about power outages, though, you said the tally blew out, took all the power out, but we had another
Yeah.
power outage this week.
On
like
Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday, yeah.
No, it wasn't Wednesday. I was working Wednesday.
No, it must
Had
have
to be
been
Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a planned outage, which we forgot about.
Uh,
And had we remembered, I would have charged laptops and everything like that because
forgot
obviously, well, I forgot. I should have put it in my fucking diary because obviously when the power goes out and I'm working, I can't work unless maybe a laptop's charged or something. So completely forgot to charge anything. And
my laptop was just about dead. Yours was dead. Everything was
it was all dead.
no charging it.
Yeah, so I couldn't do anything. I had stuff to write. I've been writing New Evolution. I got up in the morning. I was like, yeah, actually, I woke up late. Remember, I was in a shitty mood to begin with. Because, like, fuck, I've woken up late. I've got so much to do. I'm just going to sit, chill out for a bit, and then get into it. Because I've been writing an Evolution. I was like, I'm going to finish the Evolution today, and then get on with whatever else. And then the fucking power goes out at, like, 9 o'clock. Like, I'll bang on 9. I was like, fuck, I forgot about this. So then I was even in a worse mood. And then I was kind of just sat around for a bit because there's not much I could do. I tried to write, because I put up my Black Widow post-credit scene video last week. I was like, well, I may as well just write that and start prepping that. I started writing on my phone. I was like, fuck this. I hate this. Is awful. I can't do this. Trying to write a script on my phone. So we decided we had to go to the shops. We went over to the local shopping mall.
Shopping mall, yeah.
And we had to go over there anyway to pick up something during the week. So, like, fuck it, let's do it now. And while we're there, we'll go to the shopping mall and charge our laptop.
We got in the car and I said to Dave, should we grab the laptops and take them and charge them while we're having lunch or something? No. Yeah, well, then I had to come in and grab something. I was like, oh, bugger it, we'll grab them. So we took them over and sat there and had lunch and put them on charge for
About
an hour and come home, and we had some laptops we could at least use to do some work.
Had enough juice to get my script done, and then
do a bit of recording and
recorded the audio, and then by the time that was done, it was the power come back.
Thank God.
Thankfully. Oh, man. So that was good. I did not. That's where I was like, fuck, I can't finish my evolution. There's no internet, obviously, with the power out. I'm trying to work off trying to use my phone as a dongle, and it's so slow.
Yeah.
And then
4G here is terrible.
Awful. So I thought the only thing I can do is this Black Widow post-credits. And just as well I got that done, because that video is doing quite well. So I got that out of the way, and then yesterday I finished writing the evolution, and over the next couple of days I'm going to edit it and have it up next week for you guys. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we had to get football tickets too when we had no power, which was a bit of a drama. Oh, my God.
Thinking, oh, my God. And that's the other thing. We haven't got our bloody new modem yet.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that a few weeks ago. Maybe we were. Don't know.
When did we change it over? About 2 weeks ago.
At least 2 weeks ago.
And they still haven't sent it, Buzz. I'll have to give them a ring.
Yeah, they said, we'll send it this Wednesday, and it's been at least 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Get onto them.
Yeah, maybe it's coming from NBN. I don't know.
Well, who knows? Get onto them and figure that one out, hey?
Yeah, it's supposed to double our speed and all that sort of shit with it. So we'll see. We shall see, but we've had pretty bad internet.
It's been terrible. Like, we've been talking about it for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Well, fucking this whole podcast, we're always talking about the
dramas with the internet.
The internet and all that kind of stuff.
But this area has been notorious for it. I know out the back of our suburb, they have a lot of trouble out there. Always having outages, and always hear people complaining about Telstra and Optus and
everything,
other providers.
It's crap. Terrible rollout in this country of the NBN and all that. Anyway,
I think some third world countries have got better internet than us.
They do, yeah. They posted a thing
we
years
sit
ago.
Like 67th or something in the world.
It's so bad.
Countries like Kazakhstan and God knows what have better internet than us.
Yeah, crazy. Borat's out there just loving his life.
Yeah, exactly right.
Fucking watching our podcast maybe on YouTube.
And downloading his porn and all that sort of stuff.
We'll put it
they call them home movies, really, don't they?
Hey, what have we been watching this week? Not a lot. Actually, we watched a bit. We watched a bit this week. I actually have had quite a bit.
You've forgot to mention those.
Oh, shit.
Yes, don't forget that.
That's another, because we're talking about celebrations.
Yes.
We've had the celebration of the 40th episode. We have had a celebration of my 30th year of birth. And we also have a celebration. This is a belated celebration, but for our friends over in America, Happy Independence Day! Hey!
Is that piss weekend?
That is shit. They fucking reek.
Oh, that stinks.
For those out there who are listening, watching, you just had your ears blown off. Don't worry, the podcast deck didn't blow up. We just had a couple of
poppers, little party poppers.
This is how we celebrate.
Yeah, exactly right.
In style, we got to do something.
Celebrate Bogan style.
Yeah. Yes.
Bogan pride.
Yeah, gosh. So yes, Happy Independence Day for last week. I forgot to mention it last week. ID4. It's great to see the aliens didn't come and blow up the White House. So that's
exactly
that's a good thing.
Yes.
But yeah, happy Independence Day and all that. Happy 40th episode.
Yep.
And let's get into the show. Hey, woo! It just felt like a good point where I could play the theme.
Yep. Cool.
All right, let's get into it.
All
right, so yeah, what we've been watching this week. Actually, I had quite a lot of time to sit and just watch some older catalogue titles this week. There wasn't really a lot of news in or anything like that, so it's been an easier week. Quickly go through a few things. I watched, I got this great little, I guess you call it a box, not really a box set, like a 2-film collection from Umbrella they sent over, which is a Vincent Price collection. 2 of his like early horror, sci-fi.
Which ones they were?
Yeah, that one called The Mad Magician, which I loved, just so fun. Where he's like a master of disguise, and he like kills his.
And what's the disguise? Put him in
pretty much
mustache.
Yeah, pretty much.
A pair of glasses.
He kills a guy who's like his boss, and then takes on his identity and like essentially puts on a mustache,
glasses with a nose and mustache.
Yeah, pretty much. And then he puts his jacket on, and everyone thinks it's him. So good. And then watch one called The Tingler, which is like a sci-fi horror, late 50s sort of thing, which was fun. I didn't like it as much as Mad Magician, but it was a bit of fun. You can get that from Umbrella at the moment. But definitely both worth checking out. We both watched The Proposition. It's an Australian film with Guy Pearce.
Yeah.
A bunch of
Wasn't
other
bad.
people. I've heard for years, this is so good, you got to check it out. It's pretty good.
Yeah, wasn't bad.
I wouldn't say it was the best.
Wasn't great, but, you know, typical Aussie.
I've heard for years, this is the greatest, it's so good.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. It's
It
not
was
bad.
all right. It was watchable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got good cast. Who else was in there? Was it Ray Winstone?
Oh, I can't remember.
I can never remember his name. I think it's Ray. I think it was Ray Winstone. Let me look it
Not
up.
sure.
Ray Winstone.
You know, I can't remember what he passed yesterday.
Was he in that? Is that Proposition? Yeah. Ray Winstone. It had Emily. I forget her name too. Emily Mortimer. Emily Watson.
Emily Watson, yeah.
David Wenham was in there as well.
David Wenham, of course, he
was.
was.
A dick. He's always a dick.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, not in real life, you don't know.
Not in real life. No, he's
characters he plays.
Characters.
You
That's what I mean.
Can't call someone a dick and you don't know him.
he always plays. He's always plays like the dick, but he does it so good.
Mm.
I love David Wenham.
Yeah, he's good.
John Hurt was in it too.
Oh, what was that British guy?
Ray Winstone
Ray
was the
Winstone,
British
yeah,
guy.
that's right, yeah.
I said that. And John Hurt was in it.
Yeah,
The
that's right,
Elephant
John
Man.
Hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's pretty good. Pretty good. So we watched that. We've watched... we watched Breaker Morant, it's a classic Aussie movie.
Yeah.
I'd never watched
That's
it.
a great
Finally got
film.
around to it. Very
It's a
good.
really good film.
That's just come out from Umbrella as well on
Is
Blu-ray.
that based on true story?
Yeah.
I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, true guy.
Mm.
And they just put out like a gorgeous 4K restoration of it. It's just
It was
Blu-ray.
nice. It was nice.
Really nice. So check that one out.
Mm.
I watched Umbrella have also put these out. Patrick, another classic Australian movie from like the 70s, an Ozploitation thing. This guy's like in a coma, but he starts like using telekinesis and all this shit. It's quite good, fun, and then I watched the remake and it was fucking awful, dreadful.
Yeah.
And the power went out halfway through it. And I was like, "Thank the Lord," because I'm not even going to bother watching the rest. I'm like, even if I'm watching something shit, I'm like, I'll just get through it. I'll just do it due. I'll just get through it
because it might get better.
It might get better.
Even
this was at the point where I was like, there's no point of return for this. It's fucking trash. And usually if a power went out, I'd go back to a movie and finish it. I was like, I'm not even going to bother finishing that.
Mm.
It was awful.
Oh, that good, was it?
And I'm sure the original one was probably produced on a lesser budget as well and was somehow like far better. Wasn't great. Don't know why they went back and did it again. I've also been trying to get through some more DreamWorks movies because I got to do a ranking at some point, and I'm like three down now out of like 40 something. I watched Prince of Egypt and Joseph, King of Dreams.
Oh my god,
they're quite good. Prince of Egypt is like one of the greatest
I'm
animated
going,
films
oh
of
my
all
god,
time.
another 37 to go.
Yeah, you got to watch some with me too. Shrek's coming up.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then, I got to watch... Well, Shrek 2 is good. Shrek 3, I don't think I've ever watched all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces and thought, this is awful. Fourth one was good, I remember. Anyway, so I've got to get through heaps of them. Like most of the newer ones we haven't watched, like maybe the last 10 years or so of DreamWorks stuff we haven't watched. So, anyway, we'll get through them eventually. We watched some new-ish movies as well. We watched Unhinged with Russell Crowe.
Rusty Crowe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, unhinged. He was unhinged.
It's great.
Oh, my God.
Relentless, beginning to end.
Yeah.
He gets a bit of road rage and decides just fucking cause havoc.
Once he goes off, he goes off.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Well, they just followed him around in his normal day, did they? Or
No.
I'm sure Rusty's a lovely bloke.
Russell, he's a great guy.
You've met him, haven't you?
I haven't met him. He's wonderful.
Interviewed him?
I have interviewed him. He is fantastic. I love Russell Crowe. We also watched Big Time Adolescence.
He's a Kiwi, but we claim him anyway.
Yeah, we'll claim him. Just like
claim him as an
Sam Neill.
Crowded House.
Yeah. All of them.
Anything good.
Yeah. We also watched Big Time Adolescence, which is the one with Pete Davidson. Because we watched King of New York a couple of weeks ago. King of New York. King of Staten Island. King of New York's that fucking gangster movie with Christopher Walken.
Yeah, that's right.
King of Staten Island we watched. I wonder if that's why it's called that. King of Staten Island. I wonder if it's a reference.
Don't know.
Never thought about that. But there you go.
Who knows? Who knows?
Big Time Adolescence is another one that Pete Davidson did where he's like he's a knob. Not Pete Davidson, the character.
The character plays, yeah, that's right.
He's like just an absolute lowlife scumbag.
Yeah.
And he becomes this like mentor of like a 15-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid, and just starts
gets him selling drugs and God knows what.
So good.
Yeah. I'm actually liking Pete Davidson.
Yeah, me too. I never really thought much about him.
No.
I mean, I'd never thought much. I just never really, he's not someone I've ever thought about.
Yeah.
I mean, because he was on Saturday Night Live. I don't like the new Saturday Night Live stuff.
No,
so it's always like,
format.
usually the people that are on that, I just try to avoid the films that they're in.
Okay.
But he's good. I think I've become a bit of a fan of him. The two movies I've seen so far have both been stellar. Loved them both. So I don't know if there's much else that he's done, but hopefully he does more.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's been really good.
Yeah. We watched, fucking hell, here we go, The War with Grandpa.
Oh, God.
Why have we done this for? This is awful.
Because we wanted something. It was late at night. And
because we wanted
something that we could fall asleep
No,
with.
we wanted to follow Unhinged up with something that was a little lighter.
Yeah.
So we put on The War with Grandpa, and it's just dreadful.
Yeah.
So bad.
It is bad. You can see that it was a 10-year-old that bloody... When did he produce it?
Yeah, they had
it.
Fucking produced it.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Give him the title. No, I think was it based on a book, and the kid was like, it'd be great if there was a movie based on this book, and his parents, who are, the real producers behind it all, were like, oh yeah, we'll make it, and you can be the producer. And there's like fucking 10 other producers on the film anyway, so.
Yeah, but it was like the scripting on it was almost like it was written by a 10-year-old.
Yeah, I know.
Like it was
terrible.
So bad.
It's awful. Robert De Niro, you've done us wrong. What are you doing? I thought Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, Uma Thurman, Rob Riggle, Cheech Marin. I thought, come on, it's got to be at least like watchable, enjoyable, a bit of fun. Stupid kids movie. It just wasn't great. It was just it was really bad.
No, it's not one.
No
one will ever go back and watch.
The gags, it's really bad. Really just shitty, lower. Like it's a movie that you're like, okay, it's obviously for kids, but would a kid enjoy that if they watched it? It's like one of those movies that I think I would have watched as a kid and been like, this is crap. I don't know. The only gag that I thought was really funny was the young girl of the family is like obsessed with Christmas, and all she wants to do is she's always wearing like a different Christmas outfit, or they're like, oh, what do you want to do? What movie do you want to watch? She's like, I want to watch Frosty the Snowman. Or do you want to play a game with me, Grandpa? He's like, yeah, what have you got? And she's like, oh, I've got like the Santa game. It's just always fun. At the first I was like, oh no, put a Christmas movie on. It's like, oh shit, we should have watched this at Christmas. And then I clicked that the gag was that this kid just loves Christmas.
And she had a birthday party, a Christmas themed birthday party.
I thought that was funny. I thought it was very clever. But the rest of it, all the gags, like of course De Niro has like a big what do you call it, like a big glass jar of marbles. I'm like, fuck, I know where this is going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, drops them all. He fucking slips over them. Yeah, shit. Awful.
What they call telegraph jokes.
Yeah.
You could see them coming a mile off.
Yeah. We watched...
They weren't funny.
No. We watched a documentary this week, film called My Generation. It's a Michael Caine
it was good.
feature. Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I liked it. It's like
My Generation?
Your generation, yeah.
Well,
it's like a look
sort of.
on... your generation before. Well, no, you were a kid.
Yeah, I would have been a kid.
Yeah, it's sort of like... It's like
60s.
a spotlight on the swinging 60s and how there was a cultural upheaval.
It would have been great to be alive in the 60s, 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Such change in the world.
Yeah, well, it's about that cultural shift.
Yeah.
Where everyone, particularly in London, it focuses on...
Where everybody went and watched that, rock and roll stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that time in life where all the kids of like the people who were at the war and all that stuff, the like stiff British people.
Us boomers.
Yeah, pretty much. No, your fucking generation before you. Even the generation before that. They're not boomers.
Well, I'm a boomer. I'm at the end of the boomers.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what I'm saying.
You're saying early
this
boomers.
generation after the generation, they were the stiff upper class British toffs.
Yep.
And then the kids of them are like, fuck you guys, fuck the man, fuck the system, we're going to fuck everything up.
Yeah.
And I never realised that, how like the whole swinging 60s things, we've got all those colours and flower power, and like I never realised, I said in this documentary, that the reason that you have all those colours in the 60s is because they were sick of the depravity of the world and how everything was just grey and dull and everything. And they were like, fuck, let's just paint everything in rainbows.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, I guess it's obvious.
Well, when
but
you see old footage from, say, 50s and 60s,
Yeah.
particularly like London and stuff, everybody's wearing blacks and greys and everything's grey and it's just really dull. And so you can understand them wanting to bring a bit like, what was that movie? It started in black
Pleasantville.
and white. Pleasantville.
Yeah.
It all started in
a bit
black
like
and white
that.
and all finished in colour.
So it was great, and then it focused on like the rock and roll revolution with the Beatles and the Stones and the Who and all that, and then you've got like the models who became icons like Twiggy and whoever else, and the films, of course, Michael Caine. He kind of narrates it, and it's sort of semi-autobiographical as well. David Bailey. Yeah, so photographs, and then so Caine talks about his movies like Alfie and all that, and how that kind of it was great, really good. That's available right now on Blu-ray from Via Vision's imprint label. It's in the Alfie box sets. There's like a little special edition of Alfie, and it's got that documentary in it as well. But I know it's been available in the UK for a long time, a couple of years on Blu-ray, DVD, because I almost bought it when I was over there. Something I wanted to see for a while. I'm glad I didn't now. And I think it might be available in the States. So if you can check it out. It's a very good documentary. Another film I watched this week, I watched it, you didn't, you were working.
No, I was working.
Space Jam: New Legacy. We'll talk about that soon. But yeah, finally checked that one out.
Any good?
Loved it.
Oh, good.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. TV-wise, again, not a lot of time to watch much stuff. We finished the second season of Trying.
Yep.
I'm very sad.
Still enjoyed that.
Loved it. Such a great show.
Yeah,
and now we're going to have to wait another year for like season 3. It's very sad.
Yeah. You got to be into rom-com.
Yeah.
Sort of
little
stuff.
British rom-com, little sweet
Cute
little charming.
thing.
Yeah, loved it. Love it.
That was good.
Loki episode 5. Loki episode 5. Do you remember it? Or did
Yes,
you
I
fall
do.
asleep?
No, I do remember it.
With all the different Lokis.
Yes.
Yeah.
One with the horns and the
old Loki.
and the alligator Loki.
Yeah. And then President
The
Loki.
kid, the kid Loki.
Kid Loki, yeah.
All them.
Frog Thor.
Frog, yeah, that's right.
Throg.
Frog,
Throg in a little jar.
Throg, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I loved it. So good. Very good
Yeah, it's
episode.
good.
And then, of course, female Loki. Lady Loki.
Lady Loki, yeah.
Sylvie, as she goes by. Great. And then Owen Wilson's back,
There's
driving
only
around.
one ep left?
Yeah, one more.
Hmm.
Don't know where it's going to go.
No,
It
it's
feels
hard
like
to
it
tell.
could just keep going for a while. It almost feels like it's going to do that WandaVision thing where it's like a really jarring, it's done. That's it. Wrap it all up. I don't know. Hopefully not. But I'm loving it. It's really great. I keep saying it. I was like, this is my least, it was the show I was least looking forward to. And it's probably my favourite of the 3. I don't know.
No,
it's
not
up
for me.
there. What was your favourite? Captain America. I mean, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
see,
enjoyed that.
I liked it, but it was just felt. I don't know what's the word. Just felt.
Fell a bit flat or...
No, it wasn't flat. It was almost like it was just very like same. I like WandaVision and I like Loki
It
because
was like
they're
watching
a
a
bit different.
Falcon and Winter Soldier movie broken
Oh
up.
yeah, I think so. I think because obviously that was supposed to come first. You were supposed to have that, and then you're supposed to get into fucking crazy stuff like WandaVision and Loki. I feel like that would have been a better, obviously, segmentation of the series.
Yeah.
But it just feels like, obviously, with WandaVision and Loki, they're pushing to like these grand new grounds where you're going to go into like Doctor Strange and like Spider-Verse and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's like the new direction of the MCU. And I felt this way about Black Widow as well. It's almost like you kind of taken a step back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've loved them all so far, but I like the ones that take...
Black Widow was good.
It was great. I love them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like them. I love Black Widow and I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I mean comparatively to this other stuff where you're doing great, groundbreaking, new, exciting things, and then you scale back a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like in comparison,
Yeah.
it pales a bit for me. I don't know. I like these
Okay.
ones that are experimenting
different,
and doing
yeah.
some new stuff. So Loki, I don't know. Loki and WandaVision. The only thing that keeps WandaVision back for me now is because that last episode was such a fizzle. So I'm excited to see how Loki ends.
Right. Yeah.
So we've got one more show left, and we'll see where we go.
Yeah, okay, I can't pick between Falcon and Black Widow.
Well, that's a
I
movie.
enjoyed.
Black Widow's a movie.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Good point.
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean.
But it's all sort of...
But Falcon and the Winter Soldier
felt like that. Yeah.
Felt like a movie.
Yeah, that's right.
It didn't really feel like, I don't know. Yeah. Things to ponder.
But I did enjoy that.
Yeah, it was great. They've all been great. They've all been really good
Exactly
so far.
right.
Yeah, hey, we started the show yesterday. This is an older one. Well, not older one, maybe a year old, called Defending Jacob. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got Captain America in there. The old Captain America. Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Quite good so far. I've only watched one episode. There's like a murder, like some kid gets murdered, and you don't know who it is. He's investigating it, and then he finds out it might be his son.
Yeah. Which you find out in the first episode.
The murdering. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he has to defend Jacob, I assume. I don't know.
That's what we assume. Well, it's defending Jacob, and his son's name's Jacob.
Yeah, so there you go. So it's an Apple TV Plus original.
It's good.
I think it was one of the first ones that went on there, so I'm excited to check it out. Hey, can you hear that? In the distance, for one final time.
Yeah, just bear with me for a minute.
Yeah.
All right? My head's going to fall off. Hang on.
All right.
Hang on.
I know what he's doing.
Oh, my God. Let me get that head on properly.
There we go. Sorry to the audio listeners.
Well, yeah, we sort of got through Deadwood.
Yeah, it's a Deadwood update!
Woohoo!
The final one!
Christ for that.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, we've done it. I'm just trying to fill in the sound here while mate Rick does whatever he's doing down there. Oh, thank you, guys. We've done it.
It's taking a bit longer than I thought, though.
Bit of a fizzle. What's going on here? So, yeah, we've, of course, been doing the Deadwood. We've been watching Deadwood for the best part of fucking 15 years. On and off. And, here we go. Here we go. Oh, you don't know what he's doing. Even the video listeners are confused about what's happening. Oh, there we go.
Just to celebrate Deadwood, I've got some cupcakes.
And can they hear this? Oh, we've got
a couple of sparklers going off there. And
this could be a disaster. Oh, okay, ready? It's time for... Thank you! Woo!
Piss week celebration. Oh, we got one more. Let me give it one more. Woohoo! Oh, that stinks.
Ow!
That stinks.
Oh no, it's gone in my water! It's gone in my water!
It won't kill you. It'll make you stronger. Well, yes, we have. We've finished Deadwood.
Oh.
We've done all this. We've done all 3 seasons now. We've done the movie.
This week we watched the Deadwood movie. I'm covered in...
We finished the whole damn thing.
Thank God.
Taken 15 or 16 years, whatever it was.
Yeah, we've been trudging along.
Try and get through it.
Yeah. So we've had our sparklers. I'm so sorry to people listening on their audio platforms. I'm sure... I mean, sometimes...
Get over onto YouTube and have a look.
YouTube and check it out. It's a celebration.
But
I'm sure everyone just listening out there, thank you.
Good all over, yeah.
I'm sure everyone listening was just like, what the fuck is going on? They're going, what the hell? I think they're going crazy. Like fucking explosions and sparkling and bang and whips and fucking... I'm sorry. I'm sure we blew a bunch of fucking eardrums again this week. I'm so sorry to people listening. To those watching, you got the full experience. And if you want to check it out, you can. I'm going to have a little bit of this cake. So this is a little bit of a cake we can celebrate. The end of Deadwood. We finally watched the Deadwood movie. We had my mate Wacko Jacko. Sorry, World's Worst Manager Wacko Jacko came over and watched it.
Self-appointed.
Self-appointed.
Yep.
He came along. He watched Deadwood when it was first on and had never watched the movie. So we're like, we'll get you along. We'll watch it in here. If you want to check out, we did a little picture together, a little selfie. You can check that out on my social medias.
Should pop it up here.
I'll pop it up on the screen, the video as well. But yeah, we got it done. Hey, finally, thank God. Of course, if you're brand new, if this is like your first episode, you're probably thinking, what the fuck is going on? Well, we've been trying to watch Deadwood for 15 years on and off. We started it at least 3 times and just tried to, and every time we started, it was like we would just stop and then pick it back up again 2 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
And finally we were like, no, we're going to finally watch it. We're going to watch it all. And if not for you guys out there who pushed us along every single step of the way, we have finally achieved the unachievable.
Sam B.
Wacko Jacko, absolutely everybody out there who has helped push us along this journey. We have finally achieved it. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. And at that, let's listen back. Let's listen back to the Deadwood update journey so far that has led
could be tragic
to this fantastic moment.
Oh my God.
We started watching Deadwood this week.
For about the third or fourth time?
Third or fourth time.
We've started.
We haven't watched the series 3 or 4 times. It's the third or fourth time we've actually gone, let's watch Deadwood.
Let's get it out of the way. Let's do the whole thing.
And this happens in 3 or 4 year bursts, and then something comes up and we don't end up watching the rest. And this week we've managed to get in
2 more episodes.
Another 2 episodes. So
2 episodes a week. We should be done by Christmas 2021, maybe?
Something like that, I don't know. We watched 3 episodes.
Woohoo! So we've done 7 episodes.
7 in total over 4 weeks.
Now starting to see ones we haven't seen.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So anyway, we got 2 episodes done, and we're now up to the final episode of Season 1. Yep. We're going to be out of Season 1 this week.
Hopefully next week we can report we finished Season 1
and
started Season 2.
Well, hopefully.
We finished Season 1.
Yes! Woo! We did it, guys! We got through Season 1 of Deadwood, finally!
We got up 3 this week.
3! Whoa!
Big week. Yeah, well, huge update
huge
this
one.
week.
Get ready for it, guys. Huge update. I need a drum roll. I don't have one yet.
1 episode. And this week was a low light.
Yeah.
And it was a low light. It was a shit episode.
It was awful.
It was terrible. 1 episode this week again. And after last week's boring as batshit episode.
Yeah.
We were sort of a bit hesitant to sort of go again, and we thought, no, we've got to get through it.
Do it. Oh man,
and the one last night,
it's got boring again. What the hell is going on?
Boring as batshit. I was falling asleep through that last night. This is supposed to be a great show, and everybody you speak to has watched it. Not everybody, but most people have loved it. Your mate Jackson loves it.
Yeah, he's watching it again. We've inspired him to watch it again.
Oh, mate, what are you watching that shit for again? How can you do it?
The last time we spoke about watching Deadwood was 9 episodes back.
Wow, that long ago.
December 7, 2020. We haven't watched a single episode in 3 months, over 3 months.
Wow.
In that episode, we'd only watched 1 in that episode.
We've realised that we can't binge watch it.
Yeah.
We need to watch 1 episode at a time.
Yeah. And get in that mind frame of how you used to watch telly. All right, Friday night, WandaVision's on. All right, Tuesday night, Deadwood's on.
Yep.
Okay, so we put the episode of Deadwood on, and that's how we're going to get through it.
Nothing to see here.
No, I know. Let's move along.
You had a message from an old friend of yours, Sam.
I did. Sam sent me a message.
Because we declared that Tuesday night was going to be Deadwood night, didn't we?
Yeah. He said, good podcast, man, but I can't stand the lies anymore.
We're back, baby.
We've done it, yes.
We're back, baby.
We're back in the swing of it. Tuesday night.
It's all Sam's fault.
Yeah, Sam guilted
fault.
us.
First episode, season 3.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It was okay. Still fucking boring, man.
Because it's just the same storyline.
It's the same thing over and over again. So this week's episode was very eventful.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Fights and stabbings.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Guy got his eye gouged out.
Oh, yeah.
Guy got his head slammed against a rock. Yeah. We did one this week, yeah. It was boring again.
It was boring as bad shit. Like we always say, you get one really good episode and you think, here we go. Then the next episode,
crap.
It's like nothing happened in the last episode. As we've said, week on week, we can understand why this got trashed now, why this got cancelled. Finish the series!
Yes! Yes! Deadwood is finished!
After about 16 years or whatever it's been, we've finally got through the whole series.
Oh, thank you guys. Cut it out. Well, there you go. What journey it's been.
Interesting?
What a great journey it's been.
God.
Oh, so we did it, guys. Thank you once again. We finally
Can't say
made
it was all bad, though.
Hey, there were a couple of great episodes.
A couple of really good episodes in it.
This week.
Season 1 I thought was not bad.
It was decent. Yeah.
And I was looking forward to Season 2 because we remember at the end of Season 1 we thought, now there's going to be some fireworks.
Going to kick off.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
But every now and then it did.
Yeah, and then you'd be like, shit, something's going to happen.
Then the next episode was again.
Right.
And even the movie, like, I actually didn't mind the movie. I quite sort of enjoyed just them wrapping bits and pieces up.
Well, that's all it was. Because they made the movie like 15 years later or whatever it was.
Yeah. And you didn't really even need to look at a recap, really.
Well, we did, but then the movie like shows all these little
exactly right
flashbacks and stuff, and it just like wraps up all the plot points.
Yeah,
and then there was a gunfight.
Oh, we've been waiting 16 years or whatever it is to get a gunfight, and we got a gunfight.
I know, finally got one, and it lasts about 40 seconds.
Yeah,
finally.
My God, that should have been happening all the way through.
I know. Every episode should be more.
Whatever you read and hear about Deadwood, there were gunfights going off left, right and centre.
Yeah. So, one thing that never happened, no one ever pulled out a whip.
No.
I mean, this has been our sound effect the whole time. Not once.
Not a whip.
Not once did anyone pull a whip out. No.
A bit disappointed with that.
Me too.
Because you don't think of, when you think of the Wild West, you think of whips and guns.
Cowboys and shit.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's done now, and I'm glad we can put it behind us.
Thank
and we're going to get rid of the fucking DVDs. I'm never watching this
show.
Where
are they?
I'm sick of it. I'm never watching this ever again. So we've got the DVDs, Deadwood
season 1, 2, and 3.
I can highly recommend this show, guys. You would love it. You want to win these. You want to win the DVDs of Deadwood. We're going to give these away. Because I fucking hate this show. I don't hate it, but it's crap. And I'm never going to watch it again in my life. So we're going to give the DVDs away.
So they're our own personal copies of them.
Yeah.
And I want them out of the house.
Yeah, we got to get rid of them.
So let's give them away.
So we're giving these away. You have to pay for postage. No, I'm joking.
No, I'll pay for
we'll pay for the postage.
I'll pay for the postage.
We'll pay for it. And essentially all you got to do, you got to send me an email at daveleepod@gmail.com. Actually, I'll set up a new one. Deadwood Pod. No, I'm joking. daveleepod@gmail.com. You have to be 18, at least 18 or over. Just give me your name, and also I need your address. I need your. Because I need the bank account details. I need your PIN codes, your sort codes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I need like your tax file number, all of that to make this. No, so send me an email at daveleepod@gmail.com. All I need is your name. First name is fine, and a mobile number as well, or a landline number. And you have to be available next Friday, sort of in the middle of the afternoon sometime. And
could be any time.
And we're going to ring the winner on the podcast. Hopefully, it's someone enters.
Okay. Well, if you don't answer, we'll move on to the next person.
Well, exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to be available to take a call from us
next Friday.
So that'll be what's today? The 9th. So that'll be the 16th, is it?
Yeah. Yeah. So you got to be available like midday ish.
Yeah.
And we will call the winner live on the podcast to claim your Deadwood DVDs. It's season 1 to 3. It's the whole thing. You don't get the movie, I'm sorry. Just the 3 series.
Yep.
And I was going to say, you have to be Australian.
Yeah.
Only Australian.
Australia only.
Yeah. So we'll send them over. So, yeah.
It costs too much to send overseas from here. That'd cost us bloody $100 to send that overseas.
Probably. That'll probably cost you a good $10 here.
Oh, probably 15 maybe.
Maybe.
20?
So we're happy to sacrifice it. So just send an email, daveleepod@gmail.com. I want your name and I want your number, and we will call you we'll call the winner on the podcast.
So you'll be live on the pod to say g'day
and claim your Deadwoods.
Yep.
I was going to say, and then from there I will obviously give you the information to then give me your details live on air so everyone knows where you live. No, we'll do it all. Whatever. So, and of course, your information will only be used for the purposes of this podcast and the Deadwood giveaway promotion period.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing else. We won't
spam
exactly.
you.
No. I won't email you every week. Hey man, you still listen to pod? Did you like this week's episode of have you watched Deadwood yet? I promise I won't do that. So send in an email. Just let us know and we will ring the winner on next week's episode. Now, what people have been asking us a lot is, what's next? What are we going to do next? I mean, the Deadwood update is such an integral part of this show. There's going to be just a big gaping hole now. So what are we doing now? What's next?
Well, we'll have to find something else to watch.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of suggestions.
We've had a couple. A few people have suggested, well, the leading one at the moment is Mad Men. Because we feel like that's probably going to be a similar show where it's actually going to take us ages to get through it, and it's something that we're really not going to want to watch, but we have to force ourselves through it.
Yep.
There's another suggestion, which is Justified, which I kind of feel like we might actually enjoy a bit more.
I've seen a couple of episodes of that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about it.
Right. So I don't know what we're going to do next.
I'm really not sure.
We'll leave a week gap between the next update, maybe, just so we can get some suggestions in.
So have you got any suggestions? Let us know.
We've got the full series of Mad Men. We've got the full series of Justified. We want another show that we need to push ourselves to finally get through. But these are both also shows we have started years ago and then never finished.
Well, yeah, exactly. And there's things like Weeds and...
Well, yeah, that's another one.
What's that funeral parlour one?
6 Feet Under.
6 Feet
I
Under.
never watched a single episode of that, but I've
seen
always
some
wanted
of
to
that.
watch it.
Not a lot, but I've seen a bit of that.
Yeah.
So how's that cake, Dave?
Oh, it's really good, thanks.
I ate mine during the...
during the Deadwood segment. I probably should have, yeah. I got myself a new water during that segment, though, because the...
Oh, yeah. The popper.
The popper landed in it. So, let me just wash this cake
you
down.
probably got sparkler all over your cake.
Yeah, there's sparkler all over the...
bit of roughage, it's all right.
Well, it's all over the
Keep
plate.
it regular.
That's all right on there, yeah. So anyway, let us know, write in, comment, whatever. Just let us, what show should we watch next? Tweet me, whatever.
And we think Mad Men's running first at the moment, don't we?
I think so. I think that's the leader.
It Mad Men Monday.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. So anyway, let us know what you think we should watch. Or maybe I'll put out a poll or something. Sometimes that's the best way to get people to interact, is to drift a poll out there on YouTube.
Maybe.
And we'll see what people think. So anyway, for one final time. See you later, Deadwood, you fucking shit.
It was terrible.
Awful. Hey, let's bring the mood up. Let's talk about something that's really good, hey? Space Jam: A New Legacy. What did you think? Yeah.
I was at work.
I saw it. I saw a Space Jam: A New Legacy. What do you want to know about Space Jam?
I want to know if it was any good.
It was fucking great.
Really?
And I think there's a lot of
because I'm not really expecting a lot from it.
No, neither was I really. No matter, I mean, I've put so much Space Jam content together. I've milked it dry.
Yeah.
Over the last.
Because how many times do you watch? Do you get was this a sequel or is it a what?
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel.
It's like a reboot
that's made 20 years later. That's just garbage.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm eating cake. I gotta stop. We'll keep this non-spoilery. But there are a few things that I can say that I think won't spoil anything. But it's obviously a reboot for a new generation. They're doing some new things. You got LeBron in there instead of MJ. All the tunes are back this time. They're in traditional animation, and then they're in 3D animation as well, CG animation as well. But it is definitely a sequel to the first movie. There are references to the original film. So it's very much is. I had someone jump in on. I fucking hate this. Every time I do like an early review for a movie, there's always that, well, actually, guy in the comments who hasn't seen the movie and trying to tell me that I'm wrong about a movie that I've seen. So I put my review up for Space Jam. Yeah. Well, actually, it's not actually Space Jam 2 because it's just a sequel. It's not a sequel. It's a reboot. And I said, have you watched the movie? I didn't think so because I have. And it definitely is a sequel to the first one. So there's definitely threads in there, which I thought was good. But I think with the Looney Tunes, it's like they're so timeless that it doesn't matter when you pick it back up or when you restart it. It's not like, Indiana Jones, King of the Crystal Skull, where you make a sequel 20 years later. This one is like, it's almost like you can get away with it because it's these classic characters. I don't know. That's what I feel. It retreads a lot of stuff from the first movie. So in a big way, it is almost like a reboot, remake, but it does have that link to the original film too. But I think they did really quite well. I think it was quite good. There's a lot of issues, like a lot of things people have been worried about going in. Like there's obviously a shitload of cameos and references and stuff. People are like, they're just going to overdo it. It's just going to be like one big ad for HBO Max or Warner Brother or whatever. And, you know, people are like, I don't want to go and see this movie where it's just them inserted into other movies or them interacting with other characters. That's really such a minimal portion of the film. And a lot of the cameos and stuff are really kind of kept to the background. Okay. So it's not like front and center. I did find it a little distracting, some of the cameo stuff, but maybe that's because I'm sitting there
trying to spot
everything, maybe. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people will probably go into this doing that.
Right.
So my tip is don't do that. I said this in my review, but my tip is don't do that because if there is any important cameos, they're going to be front and center anyway. And all the background stuff is very much the same for most of the movie. But yeah, hey, I really liked it. I gave it a 4. I probably gave it more than I should have. Yeah. But because I'm such a big Looney Tunes fan, I loved it. I love the tunes, classic gags, classic throwbacks to the not only Space Jam but the original cartoons. And I just thought it was fun. I love the first movie, and I thought it was fun. And again, it's a kids' movie, so it's weird because a lot of the references are to movies that kids might not have seen. The Matrix, King Kong. There's like Clockwork Orange people in the crowd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's almost like they really are definitely aiming for my generation. Yeah. The adults who are now taking the kids to the movies. Yeah. But it is also a kids' movie as well. So I think, I don't know. But when I am reviewing something that's more family-oriented like this, I tend to be a little bit more lenient on my score system. Because you have to be.
Well, you've got to be. You've got to look at it through the eyes of the audience it's intended for.
Yeah. But it is something that has been a little bit, what do we call it, mixed reception-wise. I mean, the embargo hasn't lifted in America yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it opens next week. Well, this week.
It's lifted here.
It's lifted here because we had advanced screenings on the 8th, and I guess they have to, like, you can't stop the general public from posting anything online, so naturally you're going to have to lift the review embargo. And I'd be pissed off if I saw it, and then Joe Blow, and I had an embargo. Winner. Yeah, some competition went, well, no, because it was advanced. It was like general public advanced screenings.
Right.
Happened on the 8th, and I think maybe even over the weekend as well. So I'd be annoyed if I went and saw an early screening, they're like, sorry, you can't post anything for a week. Meanwhile, some just like a general audience member goes to the cinema and is allowed to post whatever they want. I'd be really annoyed. So anyway, they lifted it for us, but the American crowd still is a week. There was still a week where they were embargoed. And because of that, thankfully, my Space Jam review is doing very well on YouTube.
Yeah, it's good.
Which is awesome. People have been watching that and stuff. So if you want to see my full thoughts on the movie, more in-depth, head over to YouTube. I did do a review. But yeah, I loved it. I think if you're a huge Space Jam fan, if you're a Looney Tunes fan, you're probably going to really love it. If you're one of those I know a lot of Looney Tunes traditionalists didn't like Space Jam because the characters were a bit modernized and whatever, like the first original one.
Yep.
If you're someone that's in that camp, this is probably not for you.
Exactly.
But if you are, you just love your Looney Tunes, you love your Space Jam and stuff, you're going to love this. And I feel like if you're maybe in the more general audience, you might feel it's a little bit mixed. I'll be curious to see what you think, to be honest.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. But I enjoyed it. I had fun. If you want to check out my full thoughts, there is a review.
Is it on streaming or is it?
In the States, it'll be on HBO Max and in theatres, day and date. But here it's cinemas only. Same with the UK. And it's out. It's out this week.
I don't think it's one I'll pay to go and see.
No, we'll wait for the Blu-ray. I'm sure I'll buy it.
Comes out.
So that is out. Let me just double check. It's out on the 16th in the US and the UK. It's open on the 15th here in Australia because we get movies on the Thursday. How fucking good is that?
Yeah.
Oh, there's also the advanced screenings too. So.
Right. Yeah.
It's essentially had a soft opening already here. So yeah, get along to it. Check out my review if you want. It's on YouTube. Dave Lee Down Under.
If you don't want, don't.
Yeah, exactly right. If you've heard enough right here, then that's it. Very brief sort of shout out to my kind of partners on the channel, Random Space Media. You know the drill. Really great distributor here in Australia. They are producing sort of independent releases of big budget studio movies or big studio releases, but on a small scale. So they're working with like Universal, Sony Pictures, Disney, a few others to put out essentially titles that are maybe a little bit more obscure, little box sets that might not sell well on the general market, movies that would usually only get like a DVD release in the general market. And they put them out on Blu-ray, like they get this special whatever. So you can go to randomspacemedia.com and check them out. They have just jumped on social media as well. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. I'm not sure about Twitter just yet, but I know the Instagram's going well. So head over and find them on Twitter.
Yep.
On Instagram. Random Space Media. And you can check them out. They're putting out some really great stuff at the moment. And, of course, kicks.com.au. I've got a promo code for them at the moment. You can go and use Dave15 at checkout and get 15% off any order, pre-order, sale stock, anything until September.
That's pretty cool.
They sent in some stuff this week, actually, some new releases, some stuff that you can get if you're over there. And that's on the top, so lucky. That's all right, didn't show that. Just worried about showing off the address on the box. They've released, I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, we've got the new BBC documentary series, A Perfect Planet, on 4K.
Had a bit of a look at that on my new telly yesterday.
Yeah, we did too. Gorgeous.
Very nice.
I'm so excited to watch that properly. It's the only one I haven't watched yet, the Attenborough stuff. You guys know I love my Attenborough stuff. They sent me The Birds and Psycho in 4K, 2 Hitchcock films. These have just come out this week. The second season of The Boys on Blu-ray. We got to watch the first season before we watch the second one.
Yep.
That's how it works usually. We have to get that, though. I think it might be on Amazon, so maybe we can just check it out on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
And then Great White. It's like a shark attack movie, which looks great.
Made in Australia or either Australia or South Africa, one or the other?
I actually
It's
don't know.
where we all get eaten by sharks.
Yeah. I actually don't know. It's Piccadilly Pictures. Not sure.
Don't know.
Yeah, there's a shark attack film.
I'm interested to see The Birds.
Yeah,
See what sort of
and Psycho apparently looks gorgeous.
How they've upgraded them and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well,
did they rescan today?
Yeah, total rescan. So it'd be
Awesome.
nice. I didn't ask for any of that. They just sent it over. They're like, hey, we've sent you something.
Yep.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thank you so much to my friends over at kicks.com.au.
And that's a 15% code for
kicks.com.au. You can
kicks.com,
use on anything.
Yeah.
Just head over there and use Dave15. You get 15% off. I don't get anything out of that.
Anything out of that.
It's not like an affiliate code or anything, so I don't get brownie points or I don't get commission. All I get is like a little box of DVDs every now and then, and I'll review them on my full review purposes. So
just trying to keep...
Yeah, I'm trying to keep these smaller
digital,
sort of...
What do you call it? Physical media alive.
Yeah, but physical, do
Help
what
them,
I can.
help them out.
Do what I can.
Exactly right.
Hey, it wouldn't be a celebration episode if we didn't play a little game, a little party game, if you will. And this is one of the best party games of them all. It is Shite or All Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the game where we decide if a movie is Shite or All Right just by looking at the cover, essentially. So, of course, if you've been joining us this whole time, you know the drill. If you're brand new to the channel, to the podcast, if you're new to the podcast, Shite or All Right is this great game where we will pull up a random title on IMDb. There's a lot of really obscure stuff on there. There's so many movies in the world. And we'll pull up a random title, and we will each read each other the synopses of these titles, and we each have to try and guess whether the movie is shite or...
All right.
Judged just by the synopsis and nothing else. No title, no year, no stars, none of that. We do get one assist. We'll play 2 rounds each. You can have an assist at any time where you can find out the stars that are in it, the top 3 stars. You can have an assist, but otherwise it's all just straight off the synopsis.
Okay.
And we determine whether a movie is shite or...
All right.
Judged on the rating that the movie has on IMDb. Yeah.
Because that's how we buy our films.
Yes.
Anything over a 6, we buy.
Yeah.
If we look at it and we think, it looks okay, and we'll buy it. Anything under 6...
Yes. You think about it.
We'll think twice about it and often get onto Rotten Tomatoes and see what they say about it and all that sort of stuff as well.
IMDb. But so we'll judge it on that IMDb score.
Yep.
So anything between 0 to 5.9, we usually assume is probably going to be a bit Yep. And then anything that is 6 and above is...
All right.
Of course, we've had some dogs over 6.
Yes.
And we've had some good films under
Yes, we
6.
have. Yeah, quite a few.
So
let's do it. We have got... we've actually got 4 left over from Tyson. Tyson sent in a bunch a few weeks ago. Let's just knock out the last of the 4 that he sent in. I think you can guess first today. I'll read first because I'm always reading first. Our scorekeeper... Okay. My phone is going off. Please mute. My cousin messaging me. I will read to you first.
Yep.
I was going to say our scorekeeper, Jeff B., did not send in an updated scorecard this week.
Oh, getting slack, Jeff. You're going to have to
Come on, Jeff. It's only 3 weeks into your appointment as the scorekeeper. You're slacking off already, Jeff. So I don't know the scores off the top of my head so far.
Oh, he'll surprise us in a week or 2.
Yeah. Jeff, you've been great. Thank you.
Just to show that I'm further behind than I was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 4 here. I'll do the first one, you do the second one, I'll do the third one, and then you do the fourth one. Okay, so I'm going to open up number 1 right here. Okie dokie. Oh, right. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Based on a true story, a group of boys from Monterrey, Mexico, who become the first non-US team to win the Little League World Series.
Go again?
Okay, it's based
Sounds familiar.
It's based on a true story about a group of boys from Monterrey, Mexico, who become the first non-US team to win the Little League World Series.
I want to say it'll be all right.
You think it'll be all right?
I like a little sports film.
You reckon it'll be all right?
Probably going to be shite, but I reckon it
You're
might be
going
all
to
right.
lock that one in?
Yep.
It's...
All right.
I got one right for the first time in about 4 weeks.
It's called The Perfect Game. It came out in 2009. It stars Cheech Marin and really no one else. Oh, Moises Arias. I know the face. Like, you'll know the face of that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And Clifton Collins Jr., don't really know who that is. So really just Cheech Marin.
What was his rating?
It's got a 6.9. So about 7, so that sounds pretty good.
Vague recollection of that. I've
I've
not seen it.
I don't know if I've heard of it.
Not sure.
I'm sure there was another movie called Perfect Game that maybe we have seen. Perfect Game. Let's have a look.
There was One Perfect Day.
Oh, there's heaps. Yes, maybe. There's heaps called A Perfect Game. Perfect Game. One with Edward Asner, made in 2000. Anyway, okay, you can go up next. You can take the second one now.
Okay.
Yep.
An evil force from 1,000 years in the future begins to destroy an idyllic paradise where the citizens are in perfect harmony with nature.
Interesting. I took that as an excuse to have some more cake. So can I have that again, please?
An evil force from 1,000 years in the future begins to destroy an idyllic paradise where the citizens are in perfect harmony with nature.
Interesting. Sounds all right. Sounds okay. Sounds like a bit of a science fiction-y kind of thing. But then it could be some absolute shite.
It could be. Or it could be good.
It almost sounds a bit familiar as well, but I feel like it's one of those kind of ideas that they've done over and over again. I am going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say it might be all right, but I think it might just be all right. I think it's either going to be just all right or it's going to be maybe a 5.9 or something. I feel like it's going to teeter on the edge. Oh, fuck. I'm going to go all right. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's all right, but just all right.
So you're saying it's all right?
Yep.
Sure it's not going to be?
All right.
What do we got?
It's called Gandahar.
Oh.
7.1.
Whoa. Okay. Surprising.
And stars Glenn Close, Christopher Plummer, and a few others we don't really know. Pierre-Marie.
Actually never heard of it.
Escorio.
Never heard of it.
Catherine Chevalier. So it sounds like it might be a French
Maybe.
director, Renee.
Let me look at the picture.
Renee Lalo.
Oh. I don't know it.
So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah, 7.1.
Oh, there you go.
That sounded crap to me.
It did.
I thought, ooh.
No, it sounded like one of those sci-fi things that people are either going to love or people are going to hate. So that's why I thought it might teeter on the edge there. All right, I've got another one here from you. This one has also been sent in from Tyson. They all have been. Okie dokie. Oh, you got another sports one here. A rugby player is put up in a juvenile detention centre. There he plays for the Highland rugby team and ultimately plays against his father in the national championships.
Give me an assist.
You want an assist?
Yeah.
All right. So you want the cast? Oh, I don't know if you know these people by name.
Can my assist be the rating?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll give you the cast. I'll give you a couple of people who I think you might know. I think you know pretty much everyone in here, but maybe not by face. Gary Cole.
Yep.
I'll let you see the faces there. Gary Cole, Sean Astin.
Yep.
From Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
What was his name? Sam. Frodo. Sam. Yeah, Sam. Neil McDonough is in there as well. Yeah. And this guy here. And this guy. Penn Badgley. Oh, he's the creep from that show that I love. That really trashy, what's it called? You. Oh, I love that show. He's a creep in the show. Not in real life.
Here we go again. That rabbit hole.
I'm sure he's great. So anyway, a rugby player is put up in a juvenile detention centre. There he plays for the Highland rugby team and ultimately plays against his father in the national championships.
That sounds all right to me.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I think that's going to be all right?
I think I'd enjoy that.
All right.
All right.
Got another one. This one is called Forever Strong. And it's got a 7.2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds all right to me.
Never heard of it. Sounds pretty good.
Is it, where was it made?
Sounds like it's it's got an American cast, but it sounds British.
Well, being rugby, you think it'd be British or
rugby,
Australian?
and they're playing in the Highland rugby team.
Oh.
But it's an American cast, so I'm super confused. Let me have a look. A US film.
Oh.
There you go. Interesting. Yeah, all right. One more for me, please.
Okay.
This is the last one from Tyson. Correct.
Yeah, cool. Let me just quickly. If I can mention characters' names.
Okay. Just blank or male or female.
She is a beautiful butterfly whose young caterpillar children. Her and her.
Right. Yeah.
Are impatient to learn how to fly before they're sorry.
Oh, you right?
Sorry about that. I just lost my breath. Oh. Let me start again.
Yes,
she is a beautiful butterfly whose young caterpillar children, her and her, are impatient to learn how to fly before their time. One night, the children sneak away to find themselves a flying teacher.
The fuck is this? This could be is this one of those fucking straight to DVD Tinkerbell movies?
I don't know. Got no idea.
But they're butterflies and caterpillars, so probably not. Oh shit. Whatever it is, it sounds like Shite. So I'm locking that in.
You're locking in Shite?
Yeah, I'm locking in Shite. He's going to dog me here. I reckon this is going to be like one of the greatest movies ever made.
I don't think it's going to be the greatest film.
All right, come on then. I've locked in Shite.
You've locked in Shite?
Yeah.
Well, it is in fact.
All right.
Oh, no.
All right.
I got one wrong. Oh, shit.
I caught up one. Oh, yeah. It's called Katie, Kiki.
Oh.
Katie, Kiki, and Coco.
Oh, right.
6.5.
Oh.
And looks like it must be an animated.
Oh, yeah, right.
An animated thing.
Yeah. Interesting. Never heard of it.
Yeah. That was a good one.
But I see why you can't mention the names.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I'd never heard of that. Who even made that? It looks like it might be an international thing.
It's animated, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Spanish. It's a Spanish
thing. Well, there you go. He picked some good ones, Tyson. Thank you very much.
They were very good.
Little tricky ones.
More people to send some stuff in.
Send in some shite or rights to daveleepod@gmail.com. And we will work our way through them.
It's because we're too lazy to chase them.
Yeah, I know. But we will if we have to.
No, it's about fan involvement.
Yes, we love
audience
getting
involvement.
We love getting people involved. That's
Yep.
why we get you involved in the Shite All Right, and we fucking handball off our DVDs that we don't want in the house anymore.
Because I don't think I could see that again. I can think I could see that.
Never watching an episode. Never
again.
watching an episode of that in my life again.
Got some great people in it, but my God.
Yeah, I know. So, thanks again for joining us for another episode of Shite All Right.
All right.
Let's talk a little bit of news this week. We've had a happy...
Has there been some?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
We've had a happy...
Apart from us coming out of lockdown and Sydney going into lockdown.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Though. Yeah. Movie news we talk about.
Oh, movie news. Okay.
Yes. So, it's been a happy show. We've been celebrating...
Yep. It's been good.
Yeah, we'll bring it down a little touch, but we can continue to celebrate. We're going to celebrate a great life, a great person. Filmmaker, director Richard Donner passed away this week.
Very sad.
Yeah, he was 91 years old. No cause of death has been revealed. So whether he passed away of old age or maybe he was suffering an illness that was private, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's passed away. This is if you don't know him by name, you'll definitely know his movies. He directed Superman, the original one from 1978.
One of my favourite films.
Yeah. Superman 2, he directed until he got kicked off the production and then came back years later and did Superman 2, the Donner cut.
That's right.
He did all 4 Lethal Weapon movies.
Did he really? I didn't realise he did them.
Yeah, he did Lethal Weapons. He did The Goonies, The Omen, which was his first movie.
Oh, yeah, that was
And
good
he
film.
got Superman off the back of The Omen, so he's going to Omen,
did he?
Superman, yeah, bang. Maverick, which is that great Western film with Mel Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
Scrooged, which we watch every year.
Yep.
Bill Murray.
Yep.
Lady Hawk, is that Tom Cruise? Or is that, Tom Cruise is a legend. Lady Hawk is Michelle Pfeiffer, I think. Just like one of those 1980s, like fantasy adventure sort of things. Where they're like dark fantasy. It's like a kid's movie, but it's like super dark. One of those kinds of things. I think it was Michelle Pfeiffer.
85, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one there. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
He also did Conspiracy Theory.
And Matthew Broderick.
There you go. That's right. Conspiracy Theory, which was with... Was that Mel Gibson as well?
Yes.
He did a lot of stuff with Mel Gibson.
Yep.
16 Blocks, which was like one of Bruce Willis's last decent
That's
movies.
Right. Yeah.
And
you had to race across 16 blocks to get a phone call or something. Did you get a phone booth?
Yeah, something like that. Or to save someone or...
Yeah,
I don't know,
well, you had to get a phone call. Receive a phone call in a phone booth 16 blocks away, and he had to get there in a certain time, or someone would be killed or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Or is that phone booth?
I don't know. I'm getting confused now.
16 blocks. He does have to race across 16 blocks in a certain amount of time for some reason. He also did Timeline. That was his last movie that was done years ago. I watched it recently, actually. The Imprint range released that on Blu-ray. It's got Paul Walker and Billy Connolly and Gerard Butler and a bunch of other people in it as well. 16 blocks. What is it?
An aging alcoholic cop is assigned the task of escorting a witness from police custody to a courthouse 16 blocks away. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not quite what I thought.
No, I think the phone booth one you think about is phone booth.
There are, however, chaotic forces at work that prevent them from making
what's the rating on that one? Because I remember it being quite good.
6.6.
Yeah, it's great. That's like Bruce Willis's last decent film.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. There were a few tributes kind of flooded in that I thought were nice. Steven Spielberg released one. He said, Dick had such a powerful command of his movies and was so gifted across so many genres. Being in his circle was akin to hanging out with your favourite coach, smartest professor, fiercest motivator, most endearing friend, staunchest ally, and of course, the greatest Goonie of all. He was all kid, all heart, all the time. I can't believe he's gone, but his husky, hearty laugh will stay with me always.
That was lovely.
Yeah, so Dick Donner did Goonies for Spielberg's Amblin. Kevin Feige from Marvel Studios. Yep. Feige, he'll probably say it in here anyway. Richard Donner not only made me believe a man could fly, he made me believe that comic characters could be brought to life on the big screen with heart, humour, humanity, and verisimilitude. Above all, he taught me that it can and must be done with respect, caring, and kindness to everyone in front of and behind the camera. Dick and Lauren it's Lauren Schuler-Donner, who was Dick Donner's partner.
Yep.
Became mentors during my early career and key supporters throughout the birth of the MCU. I owe my career to the way they took the time to nurture and teach a kid from New Jersey who didn't know how to use a fax machine or make coffee very well. I always thought Dick was immortal. I still do. My thoughts are with Lauren and the entire family. Now, Feige, he started, as he said there, under the guidance of Dick and Lauren. They took him on board as like an assistant.
Oh, okay.
And they were involved, the Donners were involved in the X-Men films, the original X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
So through them, Feige became involved with the X-Men films over at Fox.
Yep.
And then through that, he managed to climb the ranks of Marvel Entertainment.
Okay.
And he's in the position where he is now. So he very much owes his career to the Donners. And the Hollywood Reporter reported this fun little story from Gene Hackman. Of course, Gene Hackman played Lex Luthor in Donner's Superman. And Hackman told the Hollywood Reporter a little story. This has been going all over social media and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone's heard this, but I thought it was fantastic. Hackman said, I showed up for the first day of makeup tests for Superman with a fine Lex Luthor mustache I'd grown for the role. Dick, wearing his own handsome mustache, told me mine had to go. He bargained to lose his if I did mine. True to his word, he celebrated my last razor stroke by gleefully pulling off the fake whiskers he'd acquired for the occasion. Concluded Hackman, Dick made it fun, and that's why the films turned out that way too. Yeah, I found
awesome.
I found like an older interview with Dick Donner where he talks about that as well, and he says as soon as he ripped off that fake mustache, he saw Hackman's face just go red and the veins in his neck just absolutely popped. But he's like, then he started laughing, and it was that moment where they started. Because he'd heard that Hackman was hard to work with. Yeah. But once he'd broken that sort of ice,
broken that barrier. Yeah.
So sounds like an all round just fantastic guy. His movies are incredible. Like what a great, like you go from the Omen, then you go into Superman, and then you fucking all these other really great ones. The Goonies, man.
Some of those they're just iconic films. Yeah. A lot of those.
So his body of work is amazing, and he will, even though he's not been directing for a long time, his touch on cinema will be missed. So. I thought we had to little talk about him. Yeah. Of course, Superman.
Celebrate his life.
Yeah, of course, the first Superman is not only your favourite superhero film, it's my favourite. I still think it's the greatest superhero movie ever made.
Yeah, for sure.
And Lethal Weapon, how many times have we watched them? Scrooge, we watch every year. Yep. And, just one of my favourites. So, a sad loss, but had a very full life and produced some really great stuff for us.
So celebrate his life. And pick up one of his films and have a watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a watch.
Definitely.
The next few days, next week or whatever.
Yeah.
If someone come to me and said, "You're gonna live a life like that and die at 91," I go, "Yeah, I'll take that."
Yeah,
I'll take
definitely
that. For sure.
Definitely.
Good on him. He's provided a lot of good entertainment for a lot of people for a lot of years.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
We've got a couple of trailers to look at. You want to look at some trailers?
Sure, why not?
I stayed up late last night doing a trailer reaction. Well, it was like a trailer, what do you call it, breakdown thing for this one. This is the new film from Walt Disney Animation, their 60th animated feature. It's called Encanto. It is based on the traditions of Colombia.
Okay.
So, you had Raya and Coco and... all like Luca, they're all sort of like ethnicity-based things. We've got a new one. This is it's called Encanto. Let's have a look.
Mirabel, delivery. I gave you the special since you're the only Madrigal kid with no gift. I call it the not special since you have no gift.
Thanks. Or no gift, I am just as special as the rest of my family.
Who wants more pink?
All right, guys, where do I drop the wagon?
Maybe your gift is being in denial.
That looks good.
There you go. Yeah.
That looks all right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm liking all these, what do you call them, cultural-based films.
Yeah. They've been
I'm
really
really
good.
sort of enjoying them.
Yeah. Puts a little spotlight on something that you haven't really
Yeah.
seen before.
Yeah, exactly right.
And I love that they all feel like they're kind of in that same style, but obviously they draw so much inspiration from all the cultures that they feel different too.
Yeah.
Unique and interesting.
But I think the thing that I've noticed with a lot of these is that there's a common theme that goes through them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all family. Like,
Yeah.
they're all family-based
Yeah.
cultures.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and we sort of, probably here in Australia, we can probably learn a lot from that. You sort of, all too often don't sort of treat your family the way you should and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, So
Yeah.
it's, it's really good. And they all get together and they have fun and they sing and they dance. And it's not really an Australian thing, is it?
No, not really.
Probably not a British thing either, really. to be
No,
honest.
not really, no. They're
Yeah,
all out
I'm
with
really
their mates
enjoying-
at the pub.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it
I'm enjoying them, and that looks really, really nice.
This one's going to be a musical. You're not huge on musicals.
Yeah, but
you liked Coco, like it had music, but
yeah,
it's
exactly.
like part of
it's part of the storytelling, and
See, I'm not huge on musicals either, but when they manage to make it feel organic and it comes from the
that's
story
right.
and stuff, I love it.
So that I don't mind.
Yeah.
But when it's like,
Aladdin and Jasmine jump on the carpet and start
Oh,
singing. Yeah.
or you're watching an Elvis song and all of a sudden he breaks into a song for
Yeah.
no reason. You think,
Yeah.
what the?
Yeah. No, it looks so good. It's about a magical family. Obviously, everyone has some sort of magical gift, except for the youngest in the family, Mirabelle, who has no gift. At all.
Right.
She's supposed to be 15 years old, by the way. She looks like
about 40.
That's right. That's what everyone's saying. She looks like a 40-year-old. She's supposed to be 15. But there you go. So this looks quite good. I'm very looking forward to it. The music, by the way, has been done by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I think his stuff's great. He did the music in Moana. He did Hamilton.
Right. Yeah.
The musical, which
It's
is
one where I knew the name from.
yeah, you have to watch Hamilton. It's so fucking good. And he was in. You would know him by face from. Well, you probably won't remember what he looked like, but he was in Mary Poppins Returns. He was like the lamplighter guy, her friend.
Oh, right.
Kind
okay.
of took the Dick Van Dyke
Yep,
kind
yep,
of role
yep,
in the
yep.
new one.
Yep.
He's great. I really love his stuff. His music from Moana was incredible. It was a great soundtrack. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with this one here. So, yeah. And that's their 60th animated feature.
God.
That doesn't count all of the straight to DVD or telly movies or anything like that, but this is their 60th theatrical feature film.
My God.
Very good. Very
Awesome.
good.
No, that looks good. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward.
Keen to
When's
see-
that? When's that?
That's out
June?
in November in the States. I think this 26th or something
Right.
is the date I've heard. The trailer just says fall, 2021. I'm wondering if maybe they're still a little bit nervous to announce dates and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
But apparently it's going to open here. Actually, I got a press release from Disney this morning. Let me double check. I think it'll be out before just around Christmas, because that's what usually happens. These big Disney animations will open for
Christmas.
for Thanksgiving
yeah.
in the States, and then here they'll open at Christmas. So let me just, where was it? There it is, December 2nd.
Oh, okay.
So around the same time. If
Yeah,
it comes out
yeah.
26th of November in the States, it'll be around the same time.
Yep.
That's actually quite an early release for a Disney animated thing. So there you go. We've got another trailer to have a look at too. Now, this trailer literally dropped. Because I stayed up quite late, maybe 2 o'clock. Not as late as I have in the past. But I was up till 2 doing this trailer reaction. Literally, the moment I pressed publish, bling, phone lights up with the notification, oh, this trailer's up. And I had that brief moment of, do I do it? And then I thought, no, I'm going to bed. I'm not in the mood for this. This one is called What If? It's the very first animated production from Marvel Studios.
Ooh.
This is going to Disney Plus. I think there's going to be 10 episodes maybe. And it's based on a classic comic series called What If. Started sort of in the late 70s and ran pretty much fairly consistently through to the late 1990s. But they have continually done special one-off issues and stuff over time.
Yep.
And essentially what it is it's it asks the what if question. It's alternate takes on characters.
Mm-hmm.
What if Tony Stark didn't get blown up by the weapon, the IEDs and become Iron Man?
Yep.
What if Peggy Carter became Captain Britain instead of Steve Rogers becoming Captain America. So it's like these alternate takes, and Marvel have gone, well, they're doing this whole multiverse thing at the moment, and they've decided, let's give our try at like a what-if series, but it's animated, has all the original voice casts in there as well, so it's very much rooted within the MCU. And they put the first full trailer out today. There's like a little preview that came out maybe a year or so ago, but we got the full trailer. Let's have a look.
Cool.
Time. Reality. It's changeable.
Every universe is different. Each one unique. Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question. What if?
Don't know.
You don't know? I think it looks great.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Voices, are they?
They are the actors.
So I was just trying to find. What is it, a movie or is it a series?
10 episodes,
Right,
as
okay.
far as I'm aware.
So what's that on?
Disney Plus,
Right.
as I said.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. I just can't remember what happened, 5 minutes ago.
Disney Plus, original cast members are all back. It kind of didn't sound like Downey Jr., but as far as I'm aware, everyone came back for it.
There's Josh Brolin, Haley Atwell, Jeff Goldblum, Michael Douglas,
Yeah.
Chris
I'm pretty sure
Hemsworth,
it's all of them.
Tom Hiddleston. Oh, yeah.
So they're all back to voice them. Obviously, it's just alternate stories. It's not like
Yep.
this is like an integral part of the Marvel storytelling.
Right.
It's just what-if stories, but obviously it's easier for them to animate that than get all these casts back to do a series of just random what-if, one-shot stories.
Yep. Yeah, I'll watch it.
You're hesitant?
Yeah, a little bit.
Why is that?
I don't know. There's just something that doesn't grab me with it. I don't know what it is, but I'll probably watch the first one and think, oh, that was all right.
Yeah, animation's cool. It's like that 3D...
Archer
that
sort of style.
No, not really. It's like it's that CG traditional animation hybrid.
Yeah.
You can see there's like CG work in there, and then they've got that animation over the top, but it's not the best. It's not like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but it looks cool. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. There's Marvel Zombies. They're doing the Marvel Zombies thing. That's like a whole sub-universe as well, where all the characters are zombies. They're going to do that. Going to have Captain Britain, which is cool. Chadwick Boseman, actually, this is his last role. This is going to be his last thing ever because he recorded his role before he passed away. They had
pretty hard to do before.
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. Before he died, they did this series, so he was able to get his lines in, and I don't know. It looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing.
I'm hesitant.
You're hesitant.
Yep.
Well, we'll find out. It comes out in August. Again, I got a press release for that today from Disney. I can't remember the date. I think did it say at the end there? I think so, but let me find out. Okay, here we go. August 11th, so not far off. A few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it doesn't say how many episodes. I'm sure it was 10. I'm sure I read 10. Yeah, so there you go. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Should be okay.
Hope so.
Should we... there's a couple of subscriber questions here. We'll go through them and then we can round out what has been a really great celebratory program.
Has been.
Yeah. So this first one was one that was going to be in last week's episode, but we just kind of ran out of time.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You can do that one.
I'll read it. This has been sent in via email from our friend Regular Man.
Regular Man.
Yeah. Dear Dave Lee.
Sounds like a superhero.
Yeah. But he's just a bit regular.
Yeah.
Dear Dave Lee and old mate Rick, here's a bit of a fun story for you. Obviously, this happened a couple of weeks back now.
Yep.
It was Tuesday morning and I had just got to work, as I do every Tuesday. I put on the Dave Lee Down Under podcast to start my shift. I was happily listening until about halfway through the episode At that point, it cut out and would not return for me. I tried to get it back up, but no luck. I then switched to another one of my favourite podcasts, The Weekly Planet. To my surprise, I did get my daily dose of Dave that morning as you were a guest on the week's episode. I did very much enjoy your segment on the show, and don't you worry, I went... oh, pardon me. Don't you worry, I went back and finished off your podcast when I was back at home.
Oh, it was good.
Very nice. Thanks so much, Regular Man.
Yeah.
And the team over at The Weekly Planet will be happy to hear that too, that you enjoyed, that you listened to their show and loving it. Just wondering, he says, what podcasts do you two like to listen to? Interestingly, I find myself tuning into almost exclusively Australian pods. Keep up the great work as always. Are there any podcasts you listen to, old mate Rick?
Not really.
Not really?
No, a couple of sports ones.
Yeah.
With the football. Occasionally, The Weekly Planet, I'll tune in and have a bit of a while I'm downstairs doing a bit of work or something.
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais stuff. I used to listen to some of his stuff.
Oh, you watch the show?
Well, I watched
You watch the series version. Yeah.
That's about all really. I sort of don't get really much time to listen to pods and stuff.
Too busy sleeping.
Yeah, that's right.
For me, of course, Weekly Planet. I listen to Radio Mike is great. If you'd like your Australian pods, check out Radio Mike's stuff. He's one of the producers on the Hamish and Andy podcast, and he's got his own shows. It was fantastic. His is called 20th Century Boy, and which is just him doing what we do, sit and chat shit.
Yep.
And then he's got another one which is called Harry Potter and the Boys, which is like a series of Harry Potter fan fiction that he wrote when he was 15.
Did you do that one?
I did an episode of that, yeah. So you can go and check that out. So much fun. He's a great guy. And if you like Australian podcasts, check him out. I've listened to every single episode of the Ricky Gervais podcast, and they're still great. They're so funny. The one, obviously, it's just called the Ricky Gervais podcast. It's him, Carl Pilkington, Stephen Merchant. Great.
Not still doing it, is he?
No, but he did a new series, although I think it was a radio show.
Right.
He was in America. He did a series on Sirius XM radio over in America, and they uploaded them all as podcasts as well.
Oh, right.
So I listened to all of them, and he has guests on there. Most of them are like British comedians, and a lot of them are people that have been on his shows and stuff. So they're always so much fun. And then he's like friends with like a lot of like the theoretical physicists and stuff who are like personalities and stuff over in Britain. So they're on it sometimes, and he's just typical Ricky Gervais stuff. But so a lot of fun. I listened to the Leonard Moulton podcast. It's called Moulton on Movies. Of course, film historian Leonard Moulton. It's really great. He hosts it with his daughter Jessie Moulton, and they are both fantastic. And they always have like a special guest come in. And it's always like a film director or a star. Or there's a really terrific episode with Kevin Feige on there. It's like an hour just chatting about how he got into films and into how they started the MCU and stuff. Fascinating. He had Don Hahn, one of the Disney producers from the Renaissance, came on and was talking about his work. They're great. All people like that are on the show, and I think they did one with Richard Donner as well, because I saw a photo. I'm not sure if I heard that one, but I saw a photo that they posted recently. Really great. I listen to them every now and then when there's someone on there that like grabs my attention. Yep. I'm like, oh, I'll have a listen to that. And Disney does this really great podcast called Four Scores. And they have, it's such just a weird little obscure thing, but they have composers that have written music for their movies come on and talk for like an hour about the music they've written. There's one on there from Michael Giacchino, who came on and talked about his work. There's he did like Ratatouille and like a whole bunch of Disney stuff, and there's one with Alan Silvestri who talks about his work with Marvel, and just heaps of really great shows. And definitely check that one out too. They're the ones that I listen to. Again, I don't have a lot of time either. I'm always either making my own or doing videos and shit like that. Yeah. So yeah, there's a bit to get you started anyway.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. All right. A question from Charlie Palmer.
Yeah.
What are some movies you think would benefit from a TV adaptation, whether it's a direct follow-on or another story within the same universe? Personally, I'd pick David Ayer's Bright. Looking forward to hearing your guys' picks. Oh, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, looking forward to hearing your guys' picks. Your picks, guys. Have a great day, gentlemen.
Your guys' picks.
Yep.
Thanks, Charlie.
There was something we watched not long ago.
I was thinking that, and I said this would be good
and we
as a
thought
series.
this would be great as a series. And I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I remember watching it and think this would be fantastic as a TV series.
Yeah.
It was only something we watched really recently.
Like a few nights ago, I'm sure. This is...
Go back over Letterboxd.
Oh, yeah, I'll have a look. This is another question that I probably should have thought about before I jumped on the pod. But there's a lot of great things out there that really could work. Let's have a look. Letterboxd.
Maybe Mighty Ducks.
No, because that is a series.
I know.
We watched the series.
Said.
Oh, Lord's sake. Turner and Hooch, they've turned that into a series. Total Recall, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like those science fiction-y kind of movies like that, I think would always be great. But they do it anyway. But like they're such expansive worlds, you could dive into them and explore them a little bit more. I'd love to see like a series spin-off of like the Conjuring franchise. You've got all these little offshoot movies, but I reckon a little series where it's just all these different little paranormal investigations would be a lot of fun, almost like the X-Files sort of thing. Yeah. I think that'll be a little bit of fun. I don't know. Synchronic. Was that the one? That was the one with Anthony Mackie and Jamie Dornan where they're like going back in time and shit.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Could have been the one.
Again, a science fiction thing where there's just so much.
So expansive. You can, so many directions you can take it.
I reckon that's it. Because they figure out they can go back in time, but depending where you're standing depends on point in time you go back to, and they play out time as like a linear thing.
Actually, isn't there one similar to that? There's a series. What's it called? Where they go back in time through history to fix problems.
I don't know.
There is one like that.
I don't know. There's probably
can't think of the
dozens.
name of it though.
But anyway, the way this show sets out time is great. It's like they explain it like a record, and like it's all existent at the same time, but it depends where you drop the needle. Depends on what part of this track you hear.
Yep.
So that's kind of how it explains time. I think that'd be like a really great thing you could expand into a series.
Yeah.
Time, going back in time and shit. I think you're right. There is a series like that. But that was that Future Man that we watched.
No, it's a series on TV.
That is the series, Future Man. We watched it. We watched 2 seasons of it, then it got absolute shit and we stopped watching it. They had to keep going back and forward in time to solve all the problems. Absolutely the show. Absolutely the show. Remember it was like a video game? You get sucked in the video game world, but then they have to they're traveling back and forward and it's like a Back to the Future kind of thing. That's definitely it. Anyway, next question.
Next question. From Alan Driver.
Yes, Alan. Hello.
G'day, mate. Sorry for the always long questions. Yeah. So I'm going to make these 3 short. How's your day?
Great. It's been a great celebratory day.
It's a bit cold today, but it's a good day.
But we've been celebrating. So is that such an old man response?
What?
I've said, great, we're having great celebrations, it's fantastic, and you've gone, it's a bit cold out there.
It's freezing out here today, this morning. I was out early this morning. It was 1 degree. It was cold. How's your day? Good. Yeah. Did you hear the details on the cancelled Lego Batman movie 2? Would it be all right?
I think that's the second question there. He didn't put a.
Did you hear the details on the cancelled Lego Batman movie 2?
Question mark.
Yeah.
No. I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't hear them. I don't think we've even watched the first one. Yep. Next one.
Did we watch the first one?
We watched the first Lego. We watched the Lego movie 1 and 2. We didn't watch the Batman one.
Oh, right. Okay. Would it be all right if I made a little Easter egg to your wonderful podcast in the science fiction fantasy book I'm writing?
No. I'm joking. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sure. That'd be a nice, fun little Easter egg. As long as you can show us, write it in, exactly we'll read it out on the pod. Yeah, definitely.
That'd be good.
If you're happy with us to do that, we'll read out the short excerpt from your fantasy fiction, science fiction fantasy book. Sounds great. Good luck with that, Alan.
Yeah, good work. Is Alan Australian or?
I'm actually not sure. to be honest, but he's written it quite a few times.
I'd love to know where all those people are coming from.
Yeah, me too.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
So when you write a question in, just say from England, or
Yeah.
from America, or from China, or from wherever.
Yep.
Okay, next one from Lachlan Janetsky.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you have already discussed this. I need some catching up to do.
Yeah.
But what did you think of the news of Wizard of Oz remake, since it's one of your favourite movies? Mine too.
I don't know if I heard this, but it wouldn't be. I mean, like every year you hear about, we're doing the Wizard of Oz again. And that never happens.
Never happens.
I've heard about it so many times. Of course, Disney did one that long ago. Well, like 10 years ago, probably. Fucking, what was that? Jesus. Great and Powerful Oz, or whatever it was called. Oz the Great and Powerful.
That's right. Something like that.
James Franco. What year was that? 2013. So close to 10 years ago. 8 years ago. I don't know. It's such a great story. Again, that's something that I think would be great as a series, because there were so many books, and that world of Oz is so expansive beyond what we've seen in that MGM film. And the original books are so different to the MGM film, that classic movie. I think it'd be great. I'm waiting for them to do it properly. I don't think they could ever touch that original movie. I mean, don't attempt to redo it. Don't do the songs and shit. Try and do like a traditional retelling of the book. I would champion that. I hate Wicked, that stage show. I hate it, and I know they're doing a movie about it, and I'm not looking forward to it. But I think, if they not so much remade the original movie, if they did like a proper film, or they did like a proper series based on those original books by L. Frank Baum, I think it would be good. I think it would be okay.
That one I was trying to think of before, the time travel one.
Yeah.
It's called Timeless.
Yeah, we haven't watched that though.
No. It's on late at night here.
I think I have the box set,
and occasionally you catch a little bit of it. And I think.
I think I got that sent to me. Maybe that was
could have. I'm not really sure. But that doesn't look too bad. I've seen little bits and pieces of it, but I need to sort of get into it and have a bit of a look at that.
Yeah, I have it. That was sent in.
Oh, there you go.
That was, funnily enough, it's on the shelf next to Future Man. I'm pretty sure they were both sent in together, actually.
Future Man became crap, didn't it?
It was awful.
Yeah.
First season was great. Both of them got sent in from Viavision late last year. They just came out. So, we'll check that out, I suppose. Timeless.
Yeah, Timeless.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. Is that...
I think they play it late at night.
Yeah, I think it's on Foxtel. I think it might be on like Fox 8 or something like that.
I don't feel it might be Channel 9 even.
Oh, really? Maybe. I know it's been on Foxtel for years. So,
but it's one of those shows that gets thrown around everywhere.
Oh, well, it got axed for that reason.
One night it'll be on,
It's old, though. It's like 2016 to 2018, then got axed.
Yeah, Channel 9 are probably still trying to finish it off themselves.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's got, what's his name from from ER in it?
Yeah, Goran.
Yeah, that's
Goran something. Goran. Can't think of his
name.
name.
Goran Vizhnik.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that? I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but there you go. Hey,
and that guy.
Yeah, there's a few people in there. Looks good. Any more questions, or is that it?
That's it.
Anything,
for today?
Anything else to say, celebration wise, or
no? We're. I think we're done.
We're done. Have we got some more party poppers?
Why not?
To throw the show out with. Hey! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Turn your volume down. Oh! Thank you so much. Ow! 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 That blew up on my thumb. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Hey! That one's empty. Was it? Yeah. Oh, that's so annoying. Anyway,
Thought I got another one.
Such a weird. Really weird milestone to be celebrating 40. It stinks, doesn't it?
It's just because we finished Deadwood. That's what we're celebrating.
Right, yeah, that too. Anyway,
Time to go. I'm hungry. Time to get lunch.
Me too. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining us. Of course, the podcast goes out every single Monday on all the major podcasting platforms. That's Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and Audible. The visual elements available to view on YouTube as well on the same day, on the Monday. But if you want that 2 days earlier, you can sign up to Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Lee Down Under and get your 2-day early access. The videos are on a new channel, the Daily Down Under podcast channel. So go over there, hit subscribe, and watch the shows, all that kind of stuff. Get our watch time and subs up. If you want to write into the show, shoot an email to daveleepod@gmail.com. Of course, if you want to win the fantastic Deadwood box sets, yes, these are the greatest show ever. You will love it. Send an email to daveleepod@gmail.com. Just give me a name and a phone number. And if you need to make sure you are available next Friday, which is what date again?
16th or something like that?
At about midday Australian time, we will call you. And
Might be a little bit later than midday.
Might be like around, middle of the day.
Yeah.
If you're free to take a call, we will call you and
Between about 11
tell
and
you
2,
won it.
something
So
like
you
that.
have to be at 18.
18, Australian resident, and be prepared to take phone calls. And you got to tell us why you want them.
Yeah, why do you want them? Why do you want Deadwood? Why on earth would you want it? If you are listening on podcast platforms, please leave a review and a rating. It helps.
Only good ones.
Only the good ones. Look, this week on YouTube, I've got a new Cartoon Evolution coming up. I haven't announced it just yet, but I probably will be in the coming days. So let me just say right now, we're going to be looking into Lola Bunny.
Ooh.
That's what a lot of people are going to be thinking, but it's going to be it's going to be a very interesting dive into Lola Bunny. I think it's actually a very interesting character to dive into.
Awesome.
I've got an Easter egg breakdown for Space Jam coming, maybe this week, maybe next week. A review for Disney Plus's Turner and Hooch, which is what we've been embargoed upon talking about. We watched it like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
But the review's going to be up this week. I did some interviews for that as well, but I think I'm going to push that to next week. We'll see. Last week I dropped my Space Jam review, my Black Widow review, a post-credits explain video for Black Widow, and a first look at the Disney's Encanto. I did like a breakdown thing. You can go over and check that out as part of Cartoon News. And hey, I've cut my look. That's where I hit myself with the popper. I've cut my finger. It's bleeding
On a bit of plastic.
I know. All right, go. No, I exploded it on my thumb. All right, that's enough for today.
Thanks,
before
guys.
something else happens. We'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
Stay happy, stay safe.
Yes.